right now, just playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Excuse me. I don't even feel like crap and I'm coughing, so I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't know if it's the temperature or what, but like I said, I don't feel sick, so might just be a bit of a dry throat again. Who knows? But yeah, from the thumbnail you guys saw, if the camera will change, I don't know why it's not changing. What the heck? Here we go. That's weird. I don't know why my live stream wouldn't change views, but yeah, like I said, I'm just playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Haven't played this game in a minute, so, I figured I'd go ahead and play this game. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna set my phone camera down. Man, I don't know what the heck. Yeah, it's gotta be because I'm cold. Camera's not the best. My bad. Might just be because I'm tired too. I don't know. Let me grab my water real quick. Okay. Alright. Try and fix the camera a little bit. But yeah, like I said, if you guys hear a bunch of noise, it's because I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2. So, yeah. But, anyways, I want to talk about in this live my 2023 went, and I kind of already talked about how I'm hoping my 2024 will go as planned, but I'll kind of get into that a little more, so yeah, hopefully the TV sound isn't too loud. So yeah, and of course the camera lighting got a little dark, but oh well, I apologize if the lighting doesn't turn out the best, but anyways, so for 2023, I mean, granted it wasn't the best year. Oh gosh, I just hit somebody's dog. Time to get out. Ooh, I feel bad feel bad about doing that. Went to go. Okay, I'm sitting there. I'm on a horse. I went to go try and miss somebody else. I was on a horse, and all of a sudden, I come into this one little town. Whatever this area is. Whoa, hello. Emerald Ranch area. I'm sure if you guys have played Red Dead Redemption 2, you're familiar with all the towns that are on that game. But I was coming into Emerald Ranch and I went to go miss somebody else on a horse, and apparently there was a dog that was running, and I just hit it with my horse. Went back to see if it was okay, but I don't see it, so it probably survived. Or maybe it disappeared quick. I don't know. But yeah. I'm not going to do this mission for now. Sorry, Hosea. Maybe later. Maybe when I'm not doing a live video. But, anyways, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the subject going, and I keep jumping into the subject of Red Dead Redemption 2. But, anyways, so hopefully if I can get my my facts straight and actually say what I have to say. Like I said, 2023, it wasn't the best year, but it wasn't the worst year either. This year definitely had a lot of good memories. There was a lot of things that we did this year that I enjoyed. I mean, it wasn't a bad year. I think some of the worst things that happened this year that were pretty unfortunate is, I had a grandparent that passed away from cancer back in February 2nd, and that was pretty tough. She died from cancer. The cancer didn't last long, but it hit her pretty quick and pretty hard, and she just didn't have that much of a chance to fight it. So I don't know. It was pretty sad. Yeah, that was definitely pretty sad. And oh crap! I just got robbed from my horse. Yeah, robbed me from my horse again, bastard. Alright, I'm gonna pause this and jump into the subject. I'm sorry, guys, but like I said, yeah, I lost my grandma to cancer, and that was pretty tough. She was only 61. I mean, she wasn't my blood related grandma. She was my step grandma. My grandpa married her. I want to say a year or so after I was born. I was born in '98, and they married in '99. So yeah, but still, even though she wasn't my blood related grandma, it was still sad because, there was a lot of good memories I had with her, and, like I said, it just, she passed away from cancer unexpectedly, and, that was definitely tough, And it's something I still do think about. I do miss her a lot, but I am glad that she's no longer suffering, I am absolutely thankful for that, but still, that was definitely tough. And then, there was a custodial worker that worked at my school, really cool dude. He was definitely an easy person to get along with, loved to joke around, and, he actually ended up, I believe he retired about a year or so after I graduated high school, which was, I graduated in 2017 and he retired in 2018. So, he wasn't a janitor anymore, but, like I said, he was a cool dude, He ended up having cancer too, It started in, I think, 2020 or 2021, I don't know. And, he pushed through it for a while, and then I guess, the past few months he hadn't been doing the best, and, May of this year he ended up passing away, which was pretty sad, that was definitely a bummer, but I'm going to turn the fan on real quick. Have it on low blast. But anyways, those were probably the most unfortunate things that happened this year. I don't want to keep making this too depressing. I apologize if it is, but all that and my brother that lives down in Arizona wasn't able to come up this year, but I'll kind of talk about that here in a little bit. But anyways, I want to talk about the happy memories that I enjoyed, and a lot of this stuff I did take videos of, but like I said, these memories that I'm talking about, and this memory right here is probably my favorite one. We went up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan for about, a little over a week, and back in February, about a few weeks after my grandma passed, and it was definitely a good trip. We stayed at this vacation house in a small town. I want to say it was probably 15-20 minutes from Manistee. The town was called Garden. Really wasn't much in that town. I don't know what all they do in the summertime, but we were there in the winter, so there really wasn't much going on. But it wasn't a bad town. Definitely beautiful with the snow, and this house we were staying at, it was off the lake. We were just off Big Bay Knock, which connects to Lake Michigan, and sitting at that house, you could actually look across the lake, and if you looked real hard, you were able to see Escanaba, which was pretty cool. There ain't much in Escanaba, but, it was still cool to see Escanaba. We were probably about, I want to say 35, maybe 40, 45 minutes from Escanaba. There was one day that we did go to Escanaba, but, I didn't really record anything going on there. The day we did go to Escanaba, though, we got hit with a snowstorm, and the day we went, first we checked out what's that place? Kitchikippy over by Manistee, my bad. Or Big Springs, as a lot of people call it. We visited that place, and they were closed, but we were still able to go in. That was definitely fun to visit, definitely checked out the water. The water was definitely beautiful. Half of it was froze, but most of it, or I'm sorry, part of it was froze, but most of it still wasn't. So, yeah. And then after that, and the day we were at Kitchikippy, southern Michigan had been dealing with freezing rain, like Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Jackson, Ann Arbor, Detroit, those areas all got hit with freezing rain, and there was a lot of areas that were without power. But if you were to go 40 minutes north of Kalamazoo, though, they were getting hit with snowstorms. Holland, Muskegon, Grand Rapids. I believe Lansing was kind of on the edge of it too, on the edge of both the freezing rain and the snowstorm. Those areas definitely got hit with snowstorms big time. Pretty much the entire state of Wisconsin got hit with snowstorms as well. But at the time we were visiting Kitchikippy, it wasn't snowing there, so It really didn't start snowing until we got to about where Gladstone is, and it just started snowing like crazy from there on. But yeah, you know, and then on our way, which we went to Escanaba to go get some pizza, you know, and thinking back on it, I really wish I would have recorded the snowy weather hitting Escanaba, because I will say it was definitely beautiful, you know. So yeah, you know, definitely wish I would have got that on video, but you know, unfortunately I didn't. But yeah, like I said, that was definitely beautiful to see. And then coming back to our vacation spot from Escanaba, you know, took us probably an hour and 15 minutes to get from Escanaba to Garden. So yeah. Ooh, excuse me. Um, but still, you know, I got to see Escanaba, which was cool. You know, I like that town. I don't know why the heck my phone is going off like crazy. I apologize, people, but uh, yeah, like I said, we spent a week up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. You know, there was a lot of things we did. You know, most of my group snowmobiled a bunch. I only snowmobiled for like one day, and then that was it. You know, I'm not really much of a snowmobiler. I used to love going snowmobiling, and then just, you know, a few winters back, we were out late snowmobiling, and I ended up getting stranded. And you know, it was a super cold night, and you know, I'd have somebody come tow me home with their snowmobile, and you know, well, it was my stepmom that towed my snowmobile with hers, but you know, we were out snowmobiling. We were out till late too, and like I said, it got cold, and um, trying to think of what all happened. Oh yeah, you know, I got towed for maybe like 30, 40 minutes, and then we come up to a little town, you know, Grand Junction, you know, which is right by where I live. You know, we stopped there. You know, my brother's sled started having issues, and you know, I was already freezing cold. Like I could barely feel my arms. I could barely feel. You know, I I, I just I couldn't really feel anything. You know, that's how cold I was getting. Even though I was all layered up, you know, you know, still getting cold because I had been out for a while, and you know, the cold wind got to me, and then like I said, you know, my snowmobile broke. So yeah, um, you know, my brother's sled broke down, and you know, he got it running for a little bit, and then you know, we go down the trail some more to try and get home, and I still had to be towed because you know my sled wouldn't start back up, but um, you know, and my brother's sled ended up breaking down again, and you know, finally, I don't remember who it was. Oh yeah, it was my stepmom, because she ended up going a different way to go home, and you know, it was my dad that was towing my sled with his sled, and um you know, my stepmom had to come and get us, and we loaded my brother's sled into the back of her truck, and then, you know, she had to tow my sled with her truck, and you know, I had to ride on it to make to steer it and make sure nothing happened with the sled. And I got home, I was already numb and cold and couldn't really think straight. And, yeah, that's kind of what killed my mood for snowmobiling. I mean, I still snowmobiled after that, but, after that, I just kind of lost a bunch of interest with snowmobiling. So, yeah. But anyways, getting back to the trip, I'm sorry. I really wasn't trying to go into that subject, but, back to the trip, like I said, I snowmobiled one day and that was it. I recorded some of that, and then, everybody else, like I said, went snowmobiling a bunch, and, the day I did go snowmobiling, it was fun. It wasn't like super cold out. I was all layered up. Nothing crazy happened. So, that was fun. But, yeah, that vacation spot, like I said, was definitely beautiful. Definitely miss it there. I definitely miss being in Garden, Michigan. That was definitely a beautiful town. Not gonna lie, one of these days I would like to visit that area in the summertime, see how it looks. If I ain't mistaken, I think I heard that there were some camping areas in that area, so I might look into that. But I don't know when we'll ever have a chance to go camping in the UP. Been trying to go up there for camping for the past few years, but nobody's really had money to go. And anytime we do go up north in the summertime, it's mainly up to Baldwin, Michigan. So, yeah, we don't go up to the Upper Peninsula much in the summertime anymore, which is a bummer. But like I said, money, and then you gotta have money for this, you gotta have money for that. Gotta make sure you have gas, because everything's so far away from each other in the UP. So yeah, but still, like I said, I love being in the UP in the summertime. It's beautiful in the winter, yes, but I definitely like being up there in the summertime, not gonna lie. But, after that trip, there really wasn't much going on for the next few months. Although I will say, I've been meaning to address this. I don't think I ever talked about this in any of my YouTube videos, but about a few days after we came back from the Upper Peninsula, my dad was on his way somewhere, and I can't remember at the top of my head where he was headed, but he was out by Berrien Springs. He went to go look at a job or something, and the truck started acting up and started smoking, and he got out. Not too long after he got out of that truck, it ended up going up in flames. The truck caught fire, and the fire department had to come put the fire out. Thankfully my dad was okay. He was away from the truck when it happened, so that was definitely crazy. I will say that right now. But yeah, like I said, my dad's okay. Unfortunately, that truck was definitely a total loss, but I mean, it is what it is. So be it. But a few months later, we had to go to Chicago to take my dad to the airport and the reason for that was because my brother that lives in Arizona, he ended up having surgery. I can't remember what the surgery was, but yeah, he had surgery, and my dad wanted to go down there and be with him for a few days. And so we took my dad to O'Hare International Airport in Chicago and dropped him off there. And, I didn't go with my stepmom a few days later to go pick him up because I had to work. But, came and picked him up from there. And believe it or not, while we were coming back from Chicago after taking my dad to the airport there, we had a tire that almost came off of the van that my stepmom was driving. I don't know if it had something to do with the way the tire got worked on, because, some of the tires got changed on the van prior to that. Or if we just drove on some roads that were bumpy. I don't know. If you go through Benton Harbor, St. Joe area, I-94 through there is freaking miserable as heck to drive because, there's potholes all over the place on that highway, on I-94 anyways, But like I said, that area of the highway's rough, but there was also quite a few areas in Chicago where some of the roads were bumpy as well, and I don't know if that may have played a factor of some of the studs on the tire of the van breaking or what, but like I said, you guys are going to think I'm crazy when I say this, but, we felt the van kind of acting a little weird when we were going. And at one point when we were in Chicago, I remembered hearing like a noise that sounded like it was coming from under the van. And I don't know why I didn't think anything of it when I heard the noise, but, I heard a noise where, it sounded like something was going cluck, 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 And, like I said, I didn't think anything of it. I had heard the noise before, but that was like on a truck that I had a few years back, my old green 2000 Dodge Ram 1500, That truck was always notorious for tire issues, but, I don't know why it didn't occur to me when I heard that noise, but, a few hours later, we're passing Benton Harbor, on I-94, getting ready to get on to I-196 to head toward South Haven, and, we had a tire that almost came off the van. We felt the van acting weird like 5 minutes prior to the tire almost coming off, but the van started driving funny even more, so we pulled over, and I actually got out of the van to look, and at first I didn't think to look at the tires. I just kind of looked under the van, maybe shined my light at the axles to see if everything was good, looked at the axles, kind of shined my light towards the transmission, and everything looked okay. So then next thing I do is I kind of grab on to, I started going around to grab the tires to kind of shake them to see if maybe one of them was loose or something. Literally the first tire that I grabbed, and I didn't yank it off the van or anything, but first tire I grabbed, which was the passenger side rear tire. You know, I go to grab it, and that thing was, you could literally like wiggle it. So, you know, I looked at it, you know, I stopped shaking it, and, you know, I got down on my knees and, you know, shining the flashlight at the stud holes of the tire. All the studs were gone. Like, legit. You know, you guys might think I'm crazy for saying that, but yeah, that. Oh, man. Yeah, that happened to us while we were coming back from Chicago. You know, thankfully, we were only like 30 minutes from home. You know, we were able to call a tow and get towed the rest of the way home. You know, the guy that towed us home was absolutely nice. You know, I can't remember the name of the towing company that towed us, but yeah, like I said, you know, he towed us home. You know, my brother and I worked on the van the next day, and about, I want to say almost a month or so later, the same thing happened with another tire, except all the studs didn't break off. You know, thank goodness. You know, it was mainly just two of them, but you know, after that happened, we went through and looked at all the studs, all the tires. You know, made sure they were all secure, and you know, it was crazy, but like I said, you know, I was definitely thankful we were only like 30 minutes from home, and you know, we weren't like on a highway in downtown Chicago or a busy city road in downtown Chicago, you know, because in my opinion, that would have been scary, you know. And I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not saying that it's scary to be like in downtown Chicago, you know. Now, if this was the neighborhoods around Chicago, like, that would probably be a different story. Because, I mean, there's some weird things that go on in those areas. You know, again, not talking crap about Chicago, but, you know, still. But, that was quite a crazy journey we had while coming back from Chicago. But, like I said, we had to take my dad to O'Hare Airport, you know, so that he can fly out to Phoenix to go see my brother. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of play this game for a little bit. Finish tying up this idiot that tried to rob me for my horse. Oh, you tried to fist fight me. I am a genius, sir. Yeah. Not nice when you get caught, is it? Yeah. Yeah, that guy from my horse, so yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna put him on the back of my horse and take him to a freaking lake or river and toss him in it. I know I'm kind of a psychopath when it comes to me playing certain games, but you know, and now I got somebody reporting me on the game. Crap, I gotta get out of here. Come on, Arthur, let's go. Just what I needed was to get in trouble on this game, but um, you know, kind of getting back to the subject. You know, for my 2023, I think the next big things we did, you know, like I said, we ended up going back up to Baldwin a few times. You know, that was definitely fun. You know, and I just crashed. Awesome, but uh, And I got bounty hunters coming for me. Or lawmen. Yeah, don't mind my freaking crazy talk. I'm just playing this game and, just... Oh, man. Okay, now hopefully if I can go without crashing for once. Yeah, we went to Baldwin a few times. One time to clear out, a few times to clear out some vacation property that we have in Baldwin, and then there's a few other things we did. Like, we went to the Blessing of the Bikes. I recorded that event, and then there's a few other things we did. That was definitely fun. So, yeah. And now it's raining on this game. Definitely did quite a bit of vlogging in Baldwin. Went to Ludington a few times. Got to see the SS Badger, which I thought was absolutely cool. Didn't get to ride on it, but got to see it, which was absolutely cool. And for those of you who don't know what the SS Badger is, it's a ferry ship that goes across Lake Michigan, and I know in some parts of the season you can, it does 2 round trips, but I think for a good part of the season it usually does 1 round trip. The time I went there, it was only doing like 1 round trip per day, and that was May. From a comment that somebody put on one of my videos, they said that they do 2 round trips in like late June to, I think, early August, I believe. I'll have to look at that comment again. That person commented and, put that out there in one of the videos that I put. So, yeah. But, anyways, I'm about to drown this bastard that tried to take my horse. So, yeah. Uh-oh, hold on. Like I said, that's the dude that tried to rob me, and now I'm going to make him pay for his mistake. Have fun swimming. And that made my honor go down a little bit. Man. That is why you never rob me for my horse on this game. Because let me tell you, if you do that, I will tie you up and toss you in a lake. Or a river, whichever one I come across first. Okay, like I said, I know I sound like a psycho when I play this game, but like I said, it's a game. It's not real life where, I would never do something like that in real life, obviously. Not that crazy, but, what else? I don't really think there was a crap ton more that we did, as far as trips go. Although, oh yeah, back to the whole winter trip we did in February. A few days, believe it or not, a few days after we left Garden, Michigan, there was an aurora that was going on. Northern lights. That lit up the sky a few nights after we left. I was pretty bummed that we weren't able to see it because, like I said, we had left a few nights prior. So that was a bummer I didn't get to see that, but it is what it is. We definitely don't get a whole lot of auroras in southern Michigan because, southern Michigan is very civilized, a lot of cities near each other, every other county. Like if you're south of Muskegon or Bay City, every other county has a city. So, uh, with all the lights shining to the sky, from the cities, unfortunately you don't see them as much. But there was one time a few months back when I was at Firekeepers Casino and Resort with my family, over in Battle Creek, because we were visiting there. There was one night we were there where there were auroras, or there were northern lights going on. And I tried to see it for myself, and unfortunately, I think it disappeared right before I came out to go see it. But, like I said, that area was well lit up, so I don't know if that's why I didn't see them, or like I said, they probably just disappeared before I came out. But, yeah, I didn't see that, unfortunately, which I was bummed about. But, it is what it is. There was one spot that I looked at, that was northeast of where I was at. I was looking towards Lansing. I looked over there and I saw some lighting. I thought it was an aurora going on, but come to find out a few nights later, it was just clouds in that area because, I guess Lansing was dealing with some rain. And yeah, because it was cloudy there. The city lights coming from Lansing were lighting up the clouds. So, yeah, was definitely bummed that I didn't get to see any auroras that night. But I'm sure one day I will get to see one going on. But I know northern Michigan gets them quite often. Like, I know there's been some auroras that have been known to appear like around Muskegon or Newaygo, but and on some occasions, I believe they said that there's been some that have been spotted around like Bay City or Saginaw, maybe Flint area, or if you're lucky, maybe, some people have said if you're lucky anyways, you'd be lucky enough to see them from Grand Rapids. But like I said, areas south of Muskegon, Grand Rapids, and Bay City, you don't really see them much. So, yeah, that's definitely a bummer. I will say that right now. But, yeah, definitely didn't get to see that. But, like I said, New Year's Eve is tomorrow night, or tomorrow anyways, and, I don't really know what all we're planning. My grandma, not the one who passed away that I was just talking about a little bit ago, but my other grandma, originally she wanted us to meet up with her and do some things. I don't know if we'll still do it or not. I would love to, but I'm going to leave that up to everybody else. So, you know, I already talked about how Christmas went. Oh, but this subject right here, I don't think I talked about. So I don't know if some of you who watch this video have seen the video that I uploaded where I was dressed up as Santa Claus, passing out presents and giving out candy canes as well. That was a Christmas celebration we were having on my dad's side of the family. That definitely went well, had a fun time there. Didn't stay there the entire time because I had to meet up with a few of my other family to go do some Christmas shopping, but yeah, I dressed up as Santa. Last year for Christmas, I dressed up as a Grinch, and I was helping Santa by passing out candy canes. My great aunt asked me if I wanted to dress up as Santa, and then or dress up as Grinch, and then this year she asked me if I wanted to dress up as Santa, and I took the offer and went with it. Definitely had fun. A lot of people thought my Santa impersonation was pretty good, so yeah, I definitely had quite a bit of fun doing that. But yeah, dressed up as Santa this year, dressed up as Grinch last year. Both were fun. This winter though, like, we haven't really been getting a whole lot of snow, which I've been kind of bummed about. Last year before Christmas, we had a blizzard that lasted for a few days, but this year, we barely had any snow, which I'm kind of bummed about, I mean, the one good thing about that, though, is, I gotta drive a ways to work. Oh, excuse me. It's kind of helpful that there isn't snow because, I mean, that means the roads are good, so yeah. But other than that, I do like to see some snow, and occasionally I don't mind seeing everything snow covered, because I definitely think it makes for beautiful scenery. But yeah, so far we have not had that much snow. We had snow on Halloween, which I thought was kind of odd, and then late November we had snow, but other than that, that's about it. Again, I'm kind of bummed because we haven't been getting a crap ton of snow, so yeah, I'll play my game for a little bit, but it's gonna get a little dark in here, which I apologize. Didn't mean to go swimming. Come on. Hang on, guys. I'm going to try and get to a well-lit area so you guys can see my face a little more. There's my horse. But, remove that mark. Dang it, I keep losing my train of thought, people. I'm sorry. But, for 2024, I've said it in quite a few different live streams I've done, like my plans and everything. My main plans are to try and start going to the gym, losing some weight, maybe try and gain some muscle too while I'm at it, definitely going to try and jog and, walk on a treadmill and all that, or run on a treadmill anyways, you know. And then maybe do some weightlifting too while I'm at it. So, you know. And then another goal that I set was to try and get back into church, you know. Because I do like going to church, and it's been a while since I've been to church. So, you know. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm freaking roaming through some woods, and I just came across some hunter that's apparently hunting for some animal. What did he say? There's droppings of flesh? Sure that's not a bear or something, dude? I swear, some of the NPCs on this game are really, really weird. A lot weirder than the NPCs on Grand Theft Auto 5, and I'll tell you that right now. But as I've stated several times in, you know, previous live streams, you know, Rockstar Games, when it comes to like Grand Theft Auto 5 or, you know, Red Dead Redemption, you know. Oh gosh, and that was a bear. I freaking call it. Oh, come on, come on, come on, shoot it, shoot it. Horse, don't you throw me off. Oh boy. Okay, run away, horse. Oh, I think that horse just killed that dude. Wow. Or not the horse, but that bear. Oh gosh. Oh, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Oh, this is not gonna end well. Holy smokes. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, you can't see it too well because it's nighttime on the game, but right there in the bushes, that's a bear, and I just killed it. Holy smokes, I'm surprised that did not kill me. I don't know how well you guys could see the blood on my character, you know, Arthur Morgan. I can't see it too well, like I said, because it's dark. But, yeah. And then that dude that bear just killed. Wow. Dang. And now I hear wolves. Come on, horse. Where are you? Sorry, dude. I normally don't loot people, but you're already dead anyway, so I don't think you'll need that. And there went my honor again. Oh well, I could always put it back up. But, wow. And the things they put on Red Dead Redemption 2 is just insane, bro. Like, really insane. But, oh, dang it. Sorry, guys. I keep going into other subjects, but, you know, like I said, my plans for 2024, you know, like I already said, you know, go to the gym, start going to church again, and, you know, just basically, what else? Oh yeah, get into weapons training, like, work on my aim when it comes to shooting guns, and eventually I would like to try and get a gun, concealed carry license, So, yeah. And I just mentioned wolves. Now I'm being chased by wolves. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I just got chased by wolves now. I'm a ways from them, but two wolves right there, and then one right there. Like we're just chasing me. So, yeah. Boy, man, not too bad. I don't have a sniper rifle yet, but wonder if I could shoot them from a distance. There it goes, and they're all gone. Yeah, I know, like I said, I'm a bit of a psychopath when it comes to playing this game. Sorry I don't have, like, I'm not playing this on computer or anything, and I'm not one of those professional gamers that just sets a camera up. But, so I apologize about that. But, man, I need to get somewhere where it's light on this game. I'm sorry, guys. But, anyways, one thing I'm hoping that we do quite a bit of this coming year is, hopefully go on some more trips. My stepmom was talking that we might go on a trip down south this sometime this year. I don't know if that will happen or not. You know, I'm hoping we do. I pray that we do, but I kind of have my doubts. But I'm not going to doubt it completely. You know, but we'll see. You know, I'm sure we'll go up north a few times this summer, but who knows? You know, so yeah, I don't think I mentioned that I was going to try and get into disc golfing, but if I haven't yet, that's another goal I plan to have. Plan to start doing. My uncle absolutely loves disc golfing. So I want to try and join him and some of my cousins, go disc golfing. Every chance I can. But you know, other than that, I don't really have any like major goals for my 2024. I'm sure things will kind of come up as the year goes, but you know, just whatever happens, I just hope that. Yeah, I just hope that there isn't anything bad that happens, like I end up losing any more loved ones or things like that. It's not something I want to happen. So, but unfortunately, it's part of life. That right there I cannot control. So, yeah. Sometimes you just have to accept the things you can't change and just deal with it. But it is what it is, like I said. So, and I just woke up on that game. I decided to set up a little camp spot because it was getting dark. But I'm going to try and find a place on this game that, well, there's quite a few places, obviously, but, find a place to grab a drink, grab something to eat, and get my character cleaned up. So, doesn't look like there's any comments, so no, we won't go to Saint Denis. Let's go to Rhodes instead. Alright. And it keeps raining on this game, apparently. Yeah, it's raining right now. But the woods I'm in is kind of beautiful, though. Pine trees everywhere. Definitely like pine trees. But, anyways, I think that's all I'm going to talk about for this video. Sorry to anybody that might think this video was a waste of time to them, but if it was, oh well. That's not my problem. I know I went off the subject quite a few times, but that's really all I had to talk about. Dang. I gotta work on my camera skills. I'm sorry, guys, but hope everybody's doing good today, tonight, whenever you're watching this, and that's all I have to say. You guys, take care now.